In this tutorial, we're going to recreate this vector clock. If I go to view and click on simple wireframe, you notice that all of these ones are vector image. Click on view, enhance view. So we're going to recreate this in this project, and before doing that we have to analyze the object first. For graphic artists and graphic designers or something to do with arts, we really have to see or look in details. So like for example in here, you want to see how many circles are involved. So if I click on the zoom tool and zoom in here, I would count how many circles. So 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 circles all in all, and of course plus these 2 in the center, so that would be 9. But we're gonna do this the circles here first, the 7 circles. When you're also analyzing a graphic, break the object, break it down to objects. Like for example here we've got 7 circles already, and then let's start with the second circle. Here it says it's like it's just a circle with a gradient fill or fountain fill from gray to light gray. Now the second one is this one here. If I click on it, that's actually white with a transparency. So I'm going to create a box here. Just go into back of page, and I'm going to click on this one. Okay, so the first one, plus sign my keyboard, we're just going to analyze here. So the first circle is the gradient fill. So I click on it, it says fountain fill. Now this one here, assign your keyboard, it's actually a gradient, so not it's a white fill but with transparency. So if you click on your transparency here, it shows that there's a combined circle, and then the transparency is only in the middle. Okay. So, and then this one here, plus sign your keyboard, it's just a reverse of the outer circle. So from light to dark. So now here in this one circle here, it's light bottom and then dark to on top. Okay. And then of course this one is just solid black. Okay. So I'm going to delete this one, and now we're ready to create the circles. So I create a circle, click on your ellipse tool and then hold down Control, and try my best to make it exactly the same, but if not, that's okay. So we're going to do this solid black line first. So plus sign your keyboard, okay, and then hold. It's important to hold down Shift and click on this handle. As long as it's this 4 handles here, hold down Shift and then go inward. There. So that will be my first solid black circle. So click on the last circle that I did, plus sign your keyboard, and then move it inward. So I'm actually doing this, the circle with the transparency, combined circle. So plus sign again the keyboard, and then there. Plus sign again. This one here. Plus sign. This is the one with the reverse gray fountain fill. And the last one, plus sign your keyboard, and that will be the solid black outline. Okay, now it's a good idea to make all of this into a white fill first. So I'm going to select all of the circles, and then I'm going to click on the white fill. Okay, so everything is a white fill. So I'm going to do the first circle here. So I click on it, the very outer circle, and then click on black. So that's my outline. We can adjust that later on. I know this is thicker than the other one, with the original. Now the next one would be, I'm going to make a fill, a gradient fill of this one here. Okay. So, but before doing that, because this two is a combined circle. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this one first. I'm just gonna zoom in here, and then hold down shift and then click on this one. Okay, so I've got two circles selected, and I'm going to, it's already colored white, and I'm going to combine it. So click on combine here, and I'll just make a different fill just to make sure it's combined. So it's a combined circle now. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna leave it with color green. We're gonna edit that later. So I click on the outer circle, and I know it's gray, so I click on my eyedropper tool, sample this gray color. I know it's sampled because it says here 70% black, and then hold down shift and then pour onto this one here. There. Okay, so now since it's a gray, it's a fountain fill, so I'm going to go to, if you don't have X4, you can always go to your fill and then click on fountain fill. I want linear, and then I want 90 degrees here. So type in 90. Okay, so from dark gray to lighter gray, then click OK. Okay, so that's this one here. Again, we can adjust that later. Yeah. Now, okay, now this one, the green circle, so we're gonna make that white. We're gonna remove the outline by right mouse click on this icon here, so no outline, and then we're going to put some transparency. So click on your transparency tool, you click and drag. And drag. Well, now the transparency is only in the middle, so I'm going to drag the white over here to make that opaque. That's opaque. So the only thing I need to do is to put transparency in the middle. So I drag this black, drag it, and then put it here. There. You notice it's transparent now. But I need another one over in the middle. So click and then drag it again. There. Then I can adjust the slider. See, it's that one now. I can move this one. Okay. We'll fine tune that later. Okay, so the next one would be this one here. So this is actually the same as the outer circle, but it's just reversed. So I click on it. Okay. What I can do, I click on that circle, and then I can go to my edit, copy properties from. I'm gonna copy the property, the fill property of the outer, the bigger circle. Click OK. And the arrow shows up, and then I'm going to click on this one here. Yeah. But now it's the same. What I can do, I can mirror it vertically. So click on mirror vertically. Now the dark part is in that side, and the lighter part is in the bottom. And then I can remove the outline by right mouse click on this icon here. There. Then the last one is the black. So I click on it, and that will be black. Here. And then I'm going to remove all the outlines. Just make sure that I don't have the outline. So I select all of this, all of the circles, and right mouse click on this icon here for no outline. Okay, now I can fine tune the gradient. Like for example here it shows up there's a white here, so I click on the outer circle, which is the gradient or fountain fill. I can go to my interactive fill, just that one, then I can adjust it. I can move this slider over there, and this one too. There. Same with the other one here, the smaller circle. So I click on that, and then go to my interactive fill, and again adjust the slider. Okay, so I think that's fine. F4. And I notice this is a smaller one, so I click on it, hold down shift, and then I'll just make that smaller. There. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay, so we've done that. So the only thing we have to do is the inner circle. So I click on that, and I believe this is the ice blue. Okay, so we're going to create a gradient fill or fountain fill. Linear, I'll make that 90 degrees here. Okay, so minus 90, because the darker blue should be up, so minus. So it says minus there, and then click OK. Okay, now we're ready to do the numbers. But before doing the numbers, we have to do this you know, this marks here for the time. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is we're going to do the you know, this center circle here. And if you analyze that, it's just two circles, combined circles, and it's the reverse fill, gradient fill of this outer circle. So I'm going to duplicate this so we could see how it looks like. So plus sign your keyboard, and then I'm going to move it over this side, and then I'm going to get the outer circle, the blue circle, plus sign your keyboard, so that I'll show you which one is. Okay, so basically this and this one are the ones we need. We already have this big circle, so I'll just delete that, and we're going to create the circles. Delete this one. Okay, so click on your ellipse tool, and then hold down Control to make a perfect circle. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate that by plus on your keyboard while selecting the circle, and then hold down Shift and grab these handles here. I'm just gonna zoom in here. So hold down Shift and then move the circle inward. Okay, and then I'm gonna make it smaller still. Okay, and then we're going to combine this. So it is necessary to combine it. So click the first circle, the outer, and then hold down Shift and click on the inner circle, and then click on Combine or Control L. So we'll just check if it's combined. Yeah, it is combined. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to copy the properties of this bigger circle here. So I click on this the combined circle, and I go to edit, copy properties from. Okay, so I'm going to copy the properties, the fill properties. So I click on fill, click OK. So once when I click OK, it's gonna ask you, or it's gonna show an arrow which properties you want to copy. So I'm gonna click on this outer circle. Okay. And I'm going to remove the outline. So right mouse click on this X icon, and there's none. Now the thing is, if I move this over here, I have to reverse the, see, it's darker here and then it's lighter over that side. So I'm going to, actually I'm just going to mirror it. So I click on it and I click on this mirror vertically there, and I can move this over this side. Now if you want to center this, so you click on the small circle and hold down shift and click on the bigger circle, and then type in letter C and letter E to align it center. There. Now we're going to do this these marks here, okay, for the minutes. Well, first of all, we have to get the center of this. It's best if you make it snap to guidelines, and also make sure that you are snapping objects, okay, or Alt Z is a shortcut key. Now if I go to my artwork here, I'm just gonna check if it snaps. So I have this square. See, if I move it to the edge, it says node. Okay, the triangle means that's midpoint. And if I go in the middle of the it says center, right? Now if I want to center this one into the circle, I'll just grab it in the circle. See, it snaps to the center, and I'll just move and then go to the center. See, it says center of the circle. Click. So I'm confident that's in the center. So I'm gonna delete that. So now let's analyze this one first. So I'm going to make this marks here. So I want to go 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so 5 times 3, it's 15, and I know that's 90 degrees. And this one is 90 degrees. So what I'll do, I'm going to make it 90, because that's this one up to here is 90 degree, right? And then I'm going to divide that into 15, because that's our 15 spaces, right? So 90 divided by 15 equals 6. So it means to say it's 6 degrees. Okay. So this one is 6 degrees interval. Okay. So I'll go back to my drawing here. But first of all, I have to create a line first. Okay. I'll make sure that I'm in the center. So if I grab a guideline here, it's going to snap to the center. And then if I go grab a guideline here, click and drag until it snaps to the center. Okay. Now I'm going to make a so I go to my Bezier tool, click on here, and let's say just gonna make it smaller there. Okay, so that would be my marks. So I'm going to make the outline thicker. Just gonna make it thinner. Say 1. No, I'll make it 2. There. I think 2 is fine. Okay. So now I'm going to select this. Okay, it's been selected. Now I'll go to Arrange, Transformation, and click on Rotate. So once I click on Rotate, I'm going to change the center. Sorry, I'll make the angle 6 because 90 divided by 15 is 6. So I'll make this 6, so it means it's 6 degrees. And then the thing that's important here is I have to double click again on this line that we did, and I'm going to move the center. See, I'm going to grab the center and move it there. Okay. Now if I click on Apply to Duplicate, see, it makes it every 6 degrees. So until it goes to the first, there we go. So I'll zoom out, and those were our lines already. Okay, so now we just have to make the thicker lines. So once again, okay, so now we're ready to do the thicker line, which is this one. So I'll go to my calculator, and I'm going to go 90 divided by, I know it's 1, 2, 3, right? So divide by 3 is equal to 30. So that's 30 degrees. So I select that's a thicker line, right? Now I'm going to make sure that my rotation pin is to the center here. So I click one more time to the time. Okay, now see the center move, so I'm gonna move this over to the side there. So that's my center of rotation. And then in here I'll type in 30, which is 30 degrees, and I click on Apply to Duplicate. There. And the last one. Hit F4, and there you go. Okay, so now I'm just going to type in the numbers. So I go 1, hit enter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'll make it bold, resize it a bit. Okay, I think that's fine. And then in here, to make it easy, you go to Arrange, Break Artistic Text. So it's gonna break it per line. And then all of this, okay, I can remove my snap to objects now and snap to guidelines, because I'm going to put the numbers on. Okay, so number here, and then okay, so it's gonna delete these guidelines. There you go. Okay, so I have this now, and then we're gonna draw the hands, the second hand, hour's hand, and the minute hand. Now let's analyze the object here. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. So this one is a gradient, a radial fill. So I'm going to draw a circle. Let's move it here. So hold on Control and then create a circle. Okay, and then I'll make it gray, and then in here in fountain fill, I'll change this to radial, and then I'll click OK. Okay, and I'm going to put a thick outline. I'm gonna zoom in here. There you go. And then again, to center this into the clock, you click on the object and then hold down Shift and click on this one here, and then type in C and E. So C and E to center. Now I'm going to make the second hand first. So circle there and then make a line there. Okay. So now I'm going to make a circle. So hold down Control, and I'm going to put in the center here. So hold down Shift and click on this one here, and then CE. Right. Now I'm going to enlarge that a bit. So I hold down Shift and then make it bigger, and then I'll color it red. Okay. So now the problem is it's in front of the object. So I go order to back one. There. I'm going to remove the outline by right mouse click on this one. Okay. I'm ready to do the hands now. So let's say I'm going to click on the Bezier tool and start from here and here and then here, and then I will close it, close the path. Now you can still do adjustments. I'm just gonna do adjustments here. So I don't want to make it really thick. Maybe some more there. Yeah, that's better. Now I'm going to select this pointed one and then hold down Shift and then select this one, the red circle, and then I go weld. So when you click on weld, it's one whole object. Okay, just going to adjust this a little bit. Okay, now let's do the R hand. Okay, so let's analyze this picture here. So you got a radius corner there, right angle. Okay, so now let's go back here, and then I'm going to create a circle. Hold down Control to make a perfect sphere. It has to be bigger than the circle here. So I'm going to hold down Shift and select the smaller circle and type in C and E to center. Okay, so if you look at this one, yeah, so I'm just gonna make it smaller a bit. Okay, now I have to get the center of that. So if I go back to my view, snap to guidelines, and actually I have to make it snap to objects too. And I'm gonna grab a guideline and then click on there, grab the outline, click on there again. So I know that I am in a snap mode. So I click on my Bezier tool, and I'll start from here, then here, and then there, and then I'll close it. Okay. And then I'm just gonna make this higher there. And I go to my Dockers. So I go to Windows, Dockers, and I click on Fillet, Scallop, and Chamfer. Okay. And then in here I can just click on Apply so that this one will be a radius corner. There. Okay. I'm just gonna undo it. I think it's too short, so I'm gonna fuck it 5 and then click on Apply. Here. Okay. Now I can still make it taller. There. Okay. Now for the other bottom part, okay, so we go back here, and what I'm going to do here is I am going to click on this, plus sign the keyboard, and then just move it down there. Okay, and then I can adjust that. Okay, I hold down Shift and choose these handles here, and then enlarge it a bit. There. Then now we can combine all of this four. But maybe before that, let's duplicate it for the long hand or the minute hand. So I click on this, that's the first object, and then hold down Shift and click on the second one, which is a circle, and then hold down Shift again and then click on this. And I would go copy. So I edit copy or Control C. Okay, so it's already in the clipboard, and then I am going to weld all of these. So I click this object first, and then hold down Shift and click on the circle. Okay, so click here and then click on the circle. Oops. Hold down Shift, click on this. Okay, and then still hold down Shift and then click on this one here, and then you click on Weld. There. Now you have the R hand, and it's going to be gray, so click on gray. So to back of page or control page down. So I'm just gonna go here, back one and back one still. There. Now remove the outline. Okay. Remember we copied that object. Now we're gonna paste it. So paste. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate this. So click one more time, and then make sure I'm in Snap to Objects. Yeah. And then see this rotation. Gonna move it to the center. And then I'm going to move it this way. And actually I'm going to weld all of those. And then I'll make it gray. Okay. And then order back one. Another back one again. There. Now, of course, the minute should be longer than the R hand. So I'm gonna remove the outline first by right mouse click on this one. And let's just put a different color right for now. So you go to your shape tool while selecting that object, and then I'm going to highlight these 3 nodes only, and then I'll click on the center, and then I'm just going to make it that way. I'm gonna make it longer some more. There. Okay. Now let's check our progress here. Okay, now we are going to make this a gradient. So I'll make this a gradient. So you go to your fountain fill. Linear is fine. I'm gonna make it gray. Yep. And then I'm gonna make this gray too, but lighter gray, and then click OK. Okay. Now for this one, actually I'm just checking, so this one should be to the back of the R hand. So go arrange, order, back one. There, that's better. And I'm going to click on this R hand, and then I'm going to go to my fountain fill, linear, that's right, and then I'll type in 90 here because it's 90 degrees, and then click OK. Okay. Go back to your fountain fill and make this darker. Say that one. Okay. Okay. Now if you look at it, there's some shadow in the hand, like for example this one is the shadow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make some shadows too. So I click on the object, plus sign your keyboard, and then in your arrow keys you go down. I'll make it black first so we can see, and then of course arrange, order, back one. Okay, same thing, and then this one too, plus sign your keyboard. I'll make that black for now. So arrange, order, back one, and I'm going to adjust it manually. Okay, and I'll do the same with this. Okay, I think that's good. Now it's just this blue, I think, or maybe darker blue, and then we made it transparent. So you go to your transparency tool and make it uniform there. So I'm gonna do it the same with this one. So click on that, edit, copy properties from the fill of this. Oops. No, I go copy properties from the fill of. We have to make sure that we choose the right one. So we're gonna go, we click on this blue shade there, and then we click on this, and then go to your transparency tool, and I'll make this uniform there. I think that's fine. So now you have to put the second hand shadow. So click on that, plus on your keyboard, and plus one more time, and then I'm going to rotate. But before rotating, this is very important, you have to change this pin, rotation pin, to the center. And I'm going to turn this a little bit, and I go edit, properties from the fill of this one here, and of course back one again. And then make this a little bit transparent. Uniform there. Okay, so the last thing we have to do is this highlight here. Now actually we have a couple of things to do. This one, and if you look at this one here, it has like a shadow. Okay, so let's do the reflection first. So to make the reflection, I'm going to create a circle. So I go to my ellipse tool and then hold down Control and create a circle. And then I'm going to, since all of these circles share the same center, I'm just going to click on this one and then hold down Shift and click any circle here and type in C and E to center. So C for center horizontally, and E for center vertically. Okay, so I'm going to just to resize it a little bit. I'm gonna resize the circle a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to make it white. I'm gonna remove the outline. Right mouse click on this icon. Okay. And if you notice, there's like a curve. So what I'll do, I'll make a curve from here. Okay, I'm just going to remove my snap to guidelines and snap to objects. So I'm gonna start from here up to there. And then I'm going to make this as a curve. So convert line to curve, and I am going to make it curve there. Yeah. Now I can go to my Smart Fill tool and in the center, in this area, click, and then I'm going to delete the big circle on this one too. And I'm going to make this white and remove the outline. Okay. So the last step we have to do is make a transparency. So you go to your transparency tool and then click and drag there. And you can adjust the transparency. Okay, now let's look at this. There's like a dark blue shade, so we are going to create that. And okay, what is the best thing to do here? So I'm going to create a circle. Okay, hold down Control, and then I'm just going to center it, the clock. So hold down Shift and select any circle here, CE. So it's this one here. I am going to resize it there. I'm gonna make the outline red so we can see it, or maybe orange. Don't know if you can see it, but anyway, so I have that. And what I'll do, I'll copy it, so, or cut. So you can go edit, cut, or Control X. And then I'm going to create a new page. Okay, so I'm in page 2 here, and then I'll paste it. Okay, what I'm doing here so that I won't be disturbed with the other objects. So I'm gonna use so I pasted it. This is page 1 and this is page 2. Okay, so when you copy it or cut and then you paste, the location would be the same. Okay, see? Okay, so I have this, and I'll duplicate it. So plus sign on your keyboard, and then I'll move it down. Manually move it down there. I think that's good. Now I'm going to go to my Smart Fill. Just gonna enlarge this a bit. Smart Fill tool and pour in this area. Okay, and I can delete these 2 circles here now, because this is the only thing I need. And I'll color it blue. Oops. Remove the outline. And okay, so now we'll copy this again, or cut. Okay, so I'll cut. Remember, it's the same location when you paste it. I go to page 1 and then paste, or Control V. And you notice that's the one here. And then what I'll do, I'll just put transparency on it. uniform. There. I can make it darker by hold down Control and click on this black thing. There. Okay. And I can adjust it a little bit. There. Okay. Now if you want to remove the guidelines, just click on uncheck that guideline. And there it is. We just created a vector clock. So I can delete this source file now. And F4. That's it.